Hello everybody, thanks for watching. I'm Lee with Lee Kayak Fishing, and today I'm going to tell you what the top 3 winter bass baits are and how I fish them. The first top winter bass bait that I want to talk about is the Ned rig. So how I fish the Ned rig is I'll put it on a medium or a medium light spinning combo like this. Then I'll cast it in areas where fish are schooling during the winter time, largely in and around cover because fish are trying to stay warm. And I'll fish it one of 3 ways. The first way I'll fish a Ned rig is I'll let it sink to the bottom and then I'll start slowly retrieving it, letting it drag the bottom as I do so. And I want to do this very slowly to help entice any of the winter fish to pick up a bite. The second way that I'll fish a Ned rig is I'll hop it after it hits the bottom, pausing about 5 or 6 seconds in between hops. And number 3, I'll use a trailer with some action like a crawfish and I'll slowly swim it in and around cover to again help entice some of those fish on the Ned rig bite. The Ned rig bites are some of my favorite ways to catch fish in the wintertime, largely because when you catch that big bass, especially whether it be a smallmouth, largemouth, spotted bass, the fight is awesome on those medium and light spinning combos. The second top winter bass bait that I want to talk about is the jerkbait. I'll fish a jerkbait on a medium casting combo. And in the wintertime, I'll cast it in and around cover wherever I think that the fish are schooling up at. So in the wintertime, you want to make sure that your jerkbait is a lot more subtle than it is in the spring and summertime. This is more important to give time for the bass to trigger because they do move slowly in the wintertime and you will definitely get more bites. And with the jerkbait, one thing that I always do because I have gotten a lot of bites right at the boat is I will fish the jerkbait all the way to the boat. Now how I do that is I will cast where I want it to go. I'll sink it down to the depth, selecting the jerkbait that will get to the depth that I need it to for where the fish are at. I'll give a few subtle jerks of the jerkbait. I'll let it sit anywhere from 5 to 8 seconds depending on how cold it is. I'll start a slow retrieve and then I'll repeat all the way back to the boat. The third top winter bass bait that I want to talk about today, and my personal favorite, is the jig. So I fish a jig on either a heavy or a medium heavy casting combo, depending on the size and the weight of the jig. I'll cast a jig in and around cover, and a lot of times into cover, especially grass. I'll fish it around timber, and I'll slide it across rocks. Now, how I'll do this is I'll do it one of 2 ways. I'll let the jig sink to the bottom, I'll give it a short little drag, and then I'll hop it. And I'll pause about 5 to 6 seconds, and I'll repeat within the strike zone. The second way that I'll do it is I'll sink it to the bottom, and I'll just slowly retrieve it, dragging it across the bottom. This is really effective in clear water, on sandy bottoms and rocky bottoms. And every now and again, I will slowly swim a jig past timber or grass to see if I can trigger a bite of a bass that is just lurking just into the shadows. So those are the top 3 winter bass baits and how I fish them. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again soon.